It's your boy B, baby. And we back with another banger, you dig? And we back with another big Backish episode part 2. You know what I'm saying? And I really was feeling smoking and grilling with AB. And he remember the last one I just did, right? He said something about peach cobbler egg rolls. Now, if you know, you know. I love me some peach cobblers. I love me some egg rolls. We about to tune in. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share if you ain't did it already. And we about to be back. Before I go any further, if you like this type of content, put it in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and let me know how y'all feeling. If I should switch up, do something else, like what. But if you want to know the video, it's in the description down below. You already know, so hey, let's go.
Guess what, folks? Today we making America's favorite dessert, and guess what? We finna make it on the go. Let's get it. We making peach cobbler egg rolls. Now listen, you guys can look down here. You guys can probably see that it's not a whole lot of ingredients, right? So listen, the main thing I want to show you is the lack of a lot of ingredients. This is the same way that we make a peach cobbler. The only thing that's missing is the brown sugar. And I want to tell you this part right here. Don't forget the full ingredient list is on my website. That's smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. Now, if you guys come over here, look, I'm doing it obviously in a Dutch oven. I'm using my little spider right here because this is what we're going to take the egg rolls out in, right? So we'll do them like that. I got oil in here, but how we going to come up with the temp? Listen, you guys, if you have a candy thermometer, these are perfect. Look, you can see it's built to be on the pot, right? You clip it here, drop it down in there, and this will get you your temperature. Or you can use this. You can use one of these meat thermometers, right? Either or. I have both. I use these for my meat, and then when when I'm lazy or something.
Yeah, I got one of them too. I ain't even gonna hold you. You gotta keep one. If you're a real cook, boy, you gotta have at least. You gotta have one. You gotta have one. For all y'all cooks out there, if you ain't got this, you ain't no cook.
Something like that, when I'm cooking, I just go ahead and just use this to check my oil. Oil temp is gonna be key here because we wanna do 350 degrees. All right, so what I did was I removed my Dutch oven because that's got my oil in it, right? I actually put it there on the stove. I'm gonna start bringing that up to temp very slowly because obviously I'm gonna be cooking right here on my portable stove, right? So I do this for you guys so it makes it much easier when making these videos, just to see, right? So I got my pot, I got 1 pound of frozen peaches. This right here is okay. This is cool. For me, I usually buy these and keep a couple of these. So when I want these on the go, they're easy to make, and I got all of the ingredients. Your cinnamon, your nutmeg, your vanilla extract, cornstarch, butter, stuff like that. You're probably gonna have. Only thing you probably have to grab from the store would be your egg roll wrappers. Now these come in 1 pound bags, and that's exactly what you're gonna need, right? Now these are frozen. I'm gonna pour this in here like that. Look. You can see this is a big piece right here. Well, this is actually 2 pieces kind of like stuck together. They all come loose, but this is how they come. Full of peach juice, ready to go, right? Now, one thing I love about this recipe, and if you guys been following me, you've been seeing how I do all of my peach cobblers. There's really like a dump and go, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring some fire into here. I start with like medium heat, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add my butter. All right, so now I'm getting ready to come with my cinnamon, right? So I just sprinkled a little bit in here just like this. I like to measure all of this, you know what I mean? Just to get it halfway in the ballpark. I'm not taking a knife and coming over the top. If it's heaping, that's okay. Now we're gonna add our sugar. And the last thing we're gonna add is our vanilla extract. Now I said that, listen, it's not about the last. This is really a dump and go. So you guys put everything in there how you see fit. You know what I mean? We're gonna hold up on the cornstarch. Let me go ahead, get my little spatula. And as it cooks down, it's gonna render, this juice. You know what I mean? That's that peach cobbler feeling that we all have grown to love. Let's get that butter down there on the bottom so it can start to melt, right? So we're gonna let it do its work. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and address this part right here. Again, it's obvious I used a bag of frozen peaches, right? So when you're using frozen peaches, that's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, I'm doing it. You guys can use fresh peaches, but that's a process. The boil, the peel, the cut, you have to pit it, all of that, right? And then you can use the can. The can is lovely too. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna use the can, you wanna drain it. I mean, it's okay that the little juice is gonna get in there, you know what I mean? So that's when we thicken it up, right? But I'm gonna work this down just so I can show you. This is gonna look just like fresh or canned peaches anyway. Now, if you want to, I forgot to tell you this. If you would like, you can dice these down, it depends. But looking at the size of this one right here, like maybe just 1 or 2, you know what I mean? Look at that right there, maybe just 1 or 2 inside of there, but we'll see. Maybe I can get 3 inside of them, you know what I mean? But you guys will check it out. Now, when will it be ready, right? Once the butter is melted, you know what I mean? And then you start to come up to a boil, look at this right here. You see that? Look, that's what we want to look at right there, right? Now you want to, trust me, that has already melted the peaches, warmed them up, and they're ready to go, right? Now I'm gonna come in here with a half a teaspoon of cornstarch, and it's gonna be key that I hurry up and start, going, it'll be key that I start to stir. This right here is gonna thicken it up, right? You don't wanna have it so thin that you can't put it on a wrapper because you wanna get that filling in there too, right? And you want it to be hot, right? So I just keep moving this around here. If you guys wanna make a slurry, you can, but just a half a teaspoon, or maybe you might need just a little bit more, right? And then you wanna cook it, you don't wanna taste it. And you remember we put them in there frozen? Only thing we had was butter, but that's all of the peach juice that came out of them being frozen. And this is what we have. Now, if you come out of the can, you're gonna have the exact same thing. So look at it now. Look. Oh yeah, this is what you.
That sauce. Scrumptious. Lord have mercy, that's that sauce.
You want to have. If you want it to be a little thicker, you can always add yourself another half a teaspoon of that cornstarch, you know what I mean? But this right here is it. I'm gonna turn my fire off. It's gonna continue to thicken just a little bit more. You know what I mean? This is it. Now this is gonna have to cool, folks, right? Because you're not gonna be able to touch this with your hand and put this, try to roll something up, right? So I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna transfer this over to my stove. So, I brought my pot back over here, put it on top of my burner, right? So what we're doing now is we're bringing this up to 350. In just a second, I got some heat on here. I just checked it with my meat thermometer to see where we at. I'm getting ready to insert this. I'm gonna show you guys all of that. And these right here is cool, man. These only like $10, $12, you know what I mean? Must-haves, you know what I mean? And listen, very impressive when somebody see you doing it like that. This right here ensures that you have success when you're making it, right? And I got my egg roll, so I'm gonna get ready to start pulling these egg roll wrappers out, and we finna go from there. You know what, I wanna show you guys something. Now you see I got 2 thermometers in here, right? Listen, this was the original one that I put in here, but when I was looking at it, you guys can see, hopefully the camera's picking it up, there's a gap and I see a dot of red. Something done happened to this. Maybe it's been laying on the, been in the drawer too long or something like that. So I do have a couple. Obviously I stuck this one in here and I'm looking at it. That one has the right temperature. I verified it with this right here. You know what I mean? So this one here, I'm gonna take this one out and throw this in the trash. I don't know why it is not working properly. I guess some kind of way that separation or something like that, that's not right. And it quit rising. Now, as I let this cool, now I'm able to work with it, right? And remember I told you it thickens up too? Let me just do this. I don't know, let me try to get some of this filling. Look at that right there.
That sauce. That sauce.
When you see it like this is gonna be fine, because when you put it on the wrapper, you don't want it to be running around everywhere, right? So this is cool. Now we can touch it. I'm gonna set this here. Now we're gonna go ahead and start doing our egg rolls. All right, so this part right here, real simple, folks. So let me go ahead and separate one, right? Look, this is gonna be the key. Set it up where it's at a diamond shape, right? So listen, in other words, you want that point facing yourself. Let me go ahead and get myself a tablespoon, right? Now I'm just gonna insert this right here. Remember we talked about the thickness, right? This is what I'm talking about. Look at the thickness there. Nothing running all over it, right? Yeah, that's it right there. Right? Now, I'm just gonna push this down, get this like this. Just spread it out just a little bit, right? I know y'all mouths is watering already. We're gonna take this, right? And before I move on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little candy dish. right here, and I'm gonna fill it up with some cold water. We put that there. Now, I'm gonna take my wrapper, bring this here, kind of like get it to tighten up a little bit. I'm gonna take it, I like to bring it over the top like this, and then kind of like just pull it down, right? But you wanna have everything tucked in, right?
For all my smokers, don't tell me you don't know how to roll no egg roll. If you know, you know.
First one always comes out a little crazy, but then we're gonna go ahead and just roll it, just like you guys see. Then when we get towards the end, we're gonna take our finger, run this around this edge. Actually, you can run it around the whole thing, right? Then we just take it and roll it like that. And there you have it, folks. All right, you guys can see that all of these are completely wrapped, right? I went ahead and exchanged out my spider. Look, I like this one, it's a little bit bigger, you know? So if you would look at my temperature right here, let's see. I'm coming up on 360 degrees. This is what you want. Even 365. You know why? Because once we put them once we put our egg rolls inside, what it does is it brings the temperature down, right? So I'm gonna take these three. I'm gonna go ahead and use this to insert them. Now, I want you guys to look at this right here. These right here be the money shots. All right, so look, you see that right there? Look at that color. They kind of like browns a little bit even after we take them out and put them on this rack, but I'm gonna take them, put them right here, and look at those right there. Now I'm gonna grab these, bring these over here to them. They don't take long, folks. You just go in there and crisp them up, put a little color on them, and that's what you have. All right, if you guys pay attention to my thermometer, look, it kind of like drop down, then it rises back up. I make my adjustments. That's what I like about having, you know, one of these thermometers. And then you'll notice once these start to brown, you know what I mean, to the color that you're looking for, they ready. And they start to float, folks. That's the telltale sign.
You know them things good, boy. I can smell it through the screen. I can smell it through the screen. Already. Yes, sir. Scrumptious.
So this right here is just nothing but cinnamon and white sugar. You know what I mean, just to sprinkle it. I got one for you. You know what, I never even thought about it, but listen, if you guys like the McDonald's apple pie, then this is kind of like the same thing. Got that crispy exterior, you know what I mean? We hit it with a little bit of this, ooh-wee, that cinnamon and sugar. We got the peach cobbler filling in the inside. Listen, there ain't nothing else left to do but to go ahead. Hopefully this is cool enough, and we finna eat this, folks. Cheers. Come here. Look at that right there. Get that money, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You got to invite me. I'm trying to, whatever, you got to invite me. Because, man, what? That thing looks so good.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, hey, it's hard to even say. Do I like the regular peach cobbler pie version that I make that we all have grown to love? Or do I like them in these bites, right? Again, you guys can look in the inside right here. You know what I mean? They like super crunchy. Hey, this is what you guys be wanting. So I say, you guys try this. Let your audience, meaning anybody that tastes these, let them tell you what they like. Now, with that being said, listen, don't forget, this ingredient list and the full printable recipe is on my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com. And don't forget, that's WITAB.com. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Off the camera, I already got a cold glass of ice cold milk, and I got a scoop of ice cream waiting on me. and I'm out.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Real big Backish, baby. Man. Oh my God. Oh my God. We gotta cut. We gotta cut. I am hungry. We gotta cut. Yeah, that's the end of that video, man. If you like what you seen, if I just put you on, man, go ahead and smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Lord Jesus. Hit the subscribe button. And we on a road to 100 subscribers, you feel me? So, man, come on, man. Support your boy, man.